How to compare JavaScript objects by value. Imagine you have two boxes filled with the same items, but they are in different places. You want to know if they are truly identical inside, not just if they are the same box. That's what comparing objects by value is all about. In JavaScript, when you compare to objects using the double equals or triple equal signs, it only checks if they are the same box in memory. Even if they look identical, if they are separate objects, JavaScript says they are different. So how do you check if two objects have the same content? One simple way is to turn both objects into strings using JSON stringify. Think of it like taking a snapshot of each object and comparing those snapshots. If the snapshots match, the objects are equal. For example, if you have two objects with the same name and age, converting them to JSON strings and comparing those strings will tell you if they are the same. But remember, this method has some limits. If the property order is different, the strings won't match even if the objects are the same. Also, if your objects contain functions or special values like undefined or nan, JSON stringify might not handle them well. Another approach is to do a shallow comparison. You start by checking how many keys each object has. If they don't have the same number of keys, they are not equal. Then, you look at each key in the first object and compare its value to the same key in the second object using strict equality. If all keys match, the objects are equal at the first level. But this method only compares the top layer. If your objects contain nested objects, this method won't catch differences inside those nested structures. For more thorough comparison, especially with nested objects, you can write a recursive function. This function checks if both values are objects. If they are, it compares their keys and then calls itself on each key's value. This way, it digs into every level of the objects, making sure everything matches. It's like opening every drawer and checking every item inside to confirm they are identical. If you want a quick and reliable way without writing your own code, you can use utility libraries like unknown. Unknown has a function called that compares objects deeply. It checks all nested properties and arrays, giving you a true or false answer. This is often the easiest and most dependable method for complex objects. Remember, comparing objects by reference only checks if they are the same object in memory. It doesn't compare their contents. JSON stringify is good for simple objects but can fail with complex data. Manual shallow comparison is quick but limited. Deep comparison with recursion or libraries like unknown provides the most accurate results. Knowing which method to use depends on how complex your objects are and what you need to compare. Mastering these techniques helps you manage data better in your web development projects.